This is my unboxing of the new Meng ME163 Comet. This kit is presented a little bit differently from anything else I've ever seen. It comes in a really nice box, as you can see. But this box is a little bit more than it first appears, because it's a slip sleeve. And that protects the rather nice artwork. I've never really seen anything like this before. It's normally what you'd expect on a high quality electrical appliance, not really on a model kit. The instructions are in Meng's normal style, so you have an informative prefix which just tells you a little bit about the kit. It's in multiple languages before we actually move on to the meter construction. As is normal, all the paint guides are to the Villaggio range of colours, and that's something I really don't like that much. It really is a very, very detailed kit. The more I look, the more I see. I just can't see what the aftermarket are going to be able to add to this kit. Maybe they'll be able to add decals. Well, yes, because you only have 3 options, but they are very, very attractive ones. The main fuselage parts for the kit. Detail on it is exquisite. I don't know how well my camera will pick this up, but the engraving is easily among the finest I've ever seen. It is absolutely stunning. We also have something a little bit unusual here. The canopy frame is actually separate from the clear parts. That's going to make it a little bit interesting when we get to the gluing stage, though I have test fitted and it does fit together perfectly. I'm just a little bit worried about glue going where it's not wanted. Here we have the wing sprues. These are really quite plain, and there wasn't a lot of detail as they were made of wood on the real aircraft. Of note are the separate gun bays. You do get fully detailed gun bays on both sides on this kit. You also have the leading edge slats moulded separately. These weren't droppable like on the 109 and 262, but were fixed. This does enable you to have that realistic look, see-through look. Here we have some of the detail parts. This is the Walther rocket engine. We are talking some very, very, very tiny pieces here. You have got a full interior. That means you've got the big fuel tanks and the rocket motor and all the sub-assemblies, some of which won't be seen on the model unless you open up the back spine. Luckily, the mouldings do allow for this. Here we have another sprue of detail parts. This includes the 2 alternative layouts for the shells and the actual shells themselves down at the bottom. These are really noticeably different in size, showing how much larger the MK108 shells were. A number of optional parts on this sprue, including the 2 types of instrument panel. You have one with moulded detail, which will look very nice if carefully painted. The second one has large recessed areas which take an etched brass insert. Whichever panel you use, you do have separate dials on the decal sheet. 2 types of cannon, both here. You have the early one used on the prototypes and the later 108, which was used on the operational. Both of the cannons have had their use of slide mould technology, so you do have hollowed barrels, which means drilling them out is completely unnecessary. This is the only sprue moulded in back plastic and deals with the undercarriage area of the kit. You have 2 alternative skids, both raised and lowered, 2 alternative tail sections, faired and unfaired, and raised or lowered. You have the separate wheel hubs. Now the wheel hubs themselves are very nicely detailed, and to this you would add vinyl tyres. I do wish they had given us injection plastic ones as well, so the modeller had the choice, but no, we only have the rubber tyres at the moment. The decal sheet is produced by Cartograph, and it really is very, very nice. You have full stencil detail, you have separate dials, as well as 3 markings, one for an overall red prototype, one for an operational 163, and one for a captured RAF example with a yellow belly. Certainly I reckon we'll see quite a few of those ones on the competition tables later in this year. The 163 does actually supply the stands that you can see in this side box photograph, which enables you to display the model opened up and showing off all the detail. This is a really nice kit for this type of display. I'm certainly looking forward to building mine. Really best kit we've had from Meng. Maybe one of the best 1/32 scale kits I've ever seen out of the box, to be perfectly honest. Look for a full review in the magazine in a month's time.